Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
Of the American Blind Association. He's the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
Down. There you go. Oh, we have up first Edward Spites. He is a criminal defense attorney from Chicago who's been practicing law for about 5 years. He was in a private practice before joining the public defender's office, where he won the Public Defender Award in 2020, and recently opened up his own firm where he is the managing partner. Sean, welcome, Edward.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I love the energy. Like, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go.
Congratulations.
Come on, let's go.
Your own firm standing for justice. Edward's in the house. Edward, what's your fun fact, brother?
Fun fact. I can't sing, but I like to.
You're present to this kindred spiritness. Edward's in the building. Let's go, Gina. Who we got?
Next, we have Zach Sonala. He is a recent Syracuse law school graduate and a new
lawyers on for. Why was it lawyers? What is happening? So yes, what's Zach got?
Yeah, well, he established an ongoing pro bono project where students work to assist immigration attorneys and immigration help to serve the community of Syracuse. Sean, he spent his summers working for a federal judge at a multinational law firm based in the United Arab Emirates, and graduated a semester early with cum laude distinction and as a member of the prestigious Justinian Honor Society. He recently concluded a one-year term to a federal bankruptcy judge and is now looking to transition into private practice. Sean, he's a rock star. Zach.
Zach. What's up, Zach? Federal clerkships are not easy to come by. Obviously, my friend, great work. And what is your fun fact?
Thanks so much, John. Yeah, thanks for having me. My fun fact is I really love to cook, and it's led me to some really interesting hobbies that kind of branch out from that, from spearfishing and foraging mushrooms, just to find new and different ways to cook for those that I care about. So yeah, that's my fun fact.
So relate to that, Sean, can't you? You should have seen Bella's eyes light up when he said mushrooms.
I cook paper. Like, it's my favorite thing to cook. That's what's happening. So Zach, the spearfishing part, what's up there?
Yeah, so free diving, so kind of using a spear gun, going underwater. Also like foraging for, different kinds of fish.
Where do you like to go spearfishing?
Well, I've lived both on the West Coast and East Coast, so both. I've lived in San Diego. I spent the first part of my life there, and say the second part of my life on the East Coast and the southern coast of Massachusetts. So yeah.
Wait, whoa. Southern coast of Mass and San Diego. We are in the two most populated Great White territories in the United States. Are we not, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, especially in the summers. Luckily, I have not had a great white encounter, so hopefully it stays that way.
Good for you. I had a bull shark encounter about 6 months ago where I was out surfing on a sandbar and got whacked in the shin by a bull shark, and that'll wake you up though, Zach. Would you agree as a spear fisherman that will bring learning to attention?
Yeah, I think that's a wake-up call for sure. So I'm glad it was only a bump and not more serious.
I was definitely present to the potential for bite. So love the spear fishing, love what you're up to. San Diego to Mass, awesome stuff. And how far have you been actually spear fishing on Cape Cod?
All over the Cape, although mostly in Rhode Island. So I have done a lot of spear fishing on the Cape, although I stayed more towards a little bit more south of that, kind of the Long Island Sound.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of white sharks up there now, right, with the seal population.
Yeah, well, I think a little bit more in Cape Cod.
Yeah. Stay safe and enjoy, brother. Welcome, Zach.
Thank you.
Gina, we got some judges. Who we got?
Paul Tollefson is a mortgage loan strategist and has over 35 years, Sean, of excellence in customer service within his business, and he has mentored, partnered, and coached leaders in business and sports, from Olympians to CEOs of companies with $1 billion in earnings.
Whoa.
Welcome, Paul.
Paul.
Welcome.
Drop the mic, brother. What kind of Olympians have you coached, my friend?
Well, my most recent was a young guy from Brazil. His name's Michel Macedo, and he's ski races for Brazil, and he's one of the top racers. He also ski races for Middlebury Academy, and great young guy. And so, and I've been really fortunate over the 30 years that I've been coaching in that area that I've had lots of encounters with really great kids that have gone on to the Olympics and done other things. So yeah, a lot of fun.
Well, present to your amazingness, because going to the Olympics is not like playing Little League. So that's the math of it is microscopically insane when you get down to it. You're talking about 1 in 100 million to 1 in 50 million, depending upon the sport, the dynamic. So unbelievable, man. And what's your fun fact, Paul?
Fun fact, I'm usually never more than 5 feet away from my mandolin. So there you go. I play mandolin, and right now it's about 15 feet away from me instead of right next to me. But, you know.
Dan plays a mean mandolin.
We have mandolin.
Some alliteration present today. Appreciate you for being here, Paul, and thank you.
Awesome. So grateful for the invitation. Thank you.
Thank you. Gina, who we got?
Next, my heart-centered friend that I met a couple of years ago at one of my first coaching programs, Dan Anarella. He's a real estate rock star investor in upstate New York and owns and operates Real Estate Warehouse and JDI Property Management. He's a former corporate CFO with an MBA in business accounting, and he has recently been featured on several podcasts, speaks on multiple REIA meetings, and has mentored several real estate investors. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, Dan.
No, beautiful. Gina, great heart. Dan, how are you?
Great. Glad to be here.
Yeah, awesome, man. How about your fun fact for today, Dan?
So fun fact, I'm 46, almost 47. I've been playing competitive soccer ever since I was 5 years old. And I still play in a league with a bunch of 20-somethings. And we just won our league championship last year. So I'm super competitive in sports, and I bring that to my business. And, you know, I'm just trying to do everything I can to build and scale, and just so happy Gina reached out, and awesome, looking to see where things go.
Awesome. And Dan, so what was your where'd you grow up?
I'm actually in upstate New York, an hour south of where Zachary is in Syracuse. It's a town called Binghamton. And
yes.
So we're about 3 hours outside of New York City. Right in the middle, if you were to look at a map, I'm exactly an hour south of Syracuse, hour north of Scranton.
Nice. And how far from Albany is Binghamton?
2+ hours east.
Got it. Beautiful. And so, one more question: how far are you from like Wyndham and Hunter ski mountains?
A couple hours.
Nice. Well, welcome to the party, man. How about you played through high school? What'd you do after high school with your soccer world?
So I played intramurals in college, and then I took a few years off, and I was in and out of some men's leagues for a while. And then about 4 years ago, a friend of mine called me up and was quote unquote recruiting me for a men's league. And after the first 3 minutes of the game, I realized it was anything but a rec league. And he figured he had to tell me that to get me to play, but he knew how competitive I was. And once I saw how competitive it was, he knew I wouldn't stop. And like I said, I've been playing for 4 years ever since.
Well, present to the competitive energy, heart-centeredness. Love you being here, Dan. Thank you. And Gina, we got one final judge.
We sure do. Waldry, Maldry. Wait, Waldry, the last name. Marte. Sorry, I didn't confirm that first. Waldry.
This is our first day of 5 dudes in a long time. What's happening, team? 5 dudes. Is this like we're like gender biased day of the real raw, or what's happening? No, amazing. Let's hear it, Gina.
It's a good thing Bella's here to balance that out because she can take care of that energy for sure.
I can handle it.
Waldry has been in finance since 2017 and quickly created a robust pipeline. He prioritizes his relationship management. He's service excellent and product knowledge, and has big goals, Sean, to travel the world as a motivational speaker and influencer, helping clients discover the world of finance, how to buy a home, and all of the other magic that he's going to bring to the world. And one last thing, he's a Dominican American, is committed to being a resource for his community and finding solutions and providing education on all of their financing needs. He's a rock star. Welcome, Waldry.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here, man. And what's your fun fact for today?
Super excited, Sean. My fun fact for today, I realized that I've been an entrepreneur since early on. In my preteens, I was selling gum in school, trying to make a quick dollar and trying to flip that dollar into $10, So I thought about today, fun fact, and I realized that I've really been in sales since I was a kid.
Awesome. And Waldry, what caused that? Why did you want to sell gum and flip it for an upsell or higher price? Why was that?
I would say I always wanted to do things for myself and not have to rely on other people to provide me money or whatever, my parents, for example, to help me get ahead in life. So I always wanted to just provide for myself.
That is, from your heart, a beautiful thing, man, to be standing. And how did you come up with the idea to buy gum and sell it for more? P.S. You're adding value. You're adding value for anybody that doesn't want to take the time to go buy gum. You're adding value to the people in your school. So how did you come up with that, Waldry?
I realized that kids were always asking, can I have a stick of gum? And I was like, if everybody's wanting this, then I can sell it and they'll pay for it.
That's awesome.
Just filling the
John,
demand.
what Waldry and I were selling in school is very different.
I have that feeling. We'll get to that. So Gina, speaking of this amazing voice, who do we have? Who is this?
Yeah, I feel sorcery in the air, Sean. I don't know. She started selling crafts at 8 years old on her front lawn. She took those skills into network marketing business, building a 7-figure business, leading thousands in building their 6-figure incomes in network marketing.
Tell us about her heart as you drop into the other part. Tell us about this woman's heart.
Her heart. Wow. Her heart for serving others is one of the biggest I know. She is extraordinary at acknowledging the good in everyone and seeing the greatness that people don't see in themselves, kind of like somebody else I know on here. That might be you. And yeah, she's extraordinary. And she's freaking been selling all kinds of things since she's 8 years old, by the way. She's a rock star. She's totally inspiring to me as an incredible businesswoman. When that company, her network marketing company, shut down, she went into business brokerage, building her becoming the number one business brokerage in the state of Nevada, Sean. And then she became known for her sales sorcery as the CEO of Align, the female sales. See everything. Isn't she the see everything?
You know what? We're going to have a t-shirt, Bella, for you that says the see everything. Bella Rita's in the house. What's up, Bella?
I love it. See everything. I'm all about everything. And thank you so much for that, Gina, because you've truly been an inspiration to me in this space. From the moment that we got to spend time together in Arizona and just being on this journey, and you in Unblinded have been one of the most inspiring women here. You and now like Tiffany, like I find myself like coming to you guys, like I have stuff to learn from you guys, and you just your growth and ego subjugation and your heart and your coachability is absolutely incredible, and I'm so grateful to be on this journey with you.
Wait, and you said journey twice, Bella. What kind of journey are you talking about?
I am not talking about a plant medicine journey since Unblinded doesn't do those sort of things. That is Bella Verita things outside of Unblinded. Maybe Gina Ricci has participated once or twice, but that is not the journey that I am speaking of today, Sean Callaghan. We are on the journey of money, time, and magic. That's the journey.
That's the journey. Heart-centered journey. Amazing. And fun fact about you, Bella Verita. It's been a fun week.
It has been a fun week.
Come on, Bella.
I think my funnest, you come on, Sean Callaghan. Fact is yesterday. So have you guys, there's this like big dude, you may have heard of his name, Tony Robbins. Have you guys heard of Tony Robbins?
Anyone? Yeah.
Nah.
So I might have been laying on the same table that Tony Robbins like gets all of his body work done, like during all of his like business mastery and all of the things. He has a body worker that flies in and like, works on his body in between all the sessions on the stage. And my neck was frozen the last couple of days. And so Sean was gracious enough to get James Bowman over here. And so I got to lay on the same table that like, as soon as he got done working on me, that table went to Tony Robbins' house. And then Tony Robbins laid on that table after Bella Verita, I will say. So that is my fun fact for the day.
And my fun fact is that Bella, you're amazing. Gina, your heart-centeredness is present. And I actually laid in bed, Tony Robbins' bed, which is a double California king, with 12 people at the same time, Bella Verita. Is that like weird and creepy or what?
You're always trying to come facts. I lay on the table and you got to lay in his bed with like 12 people. What was exactly going on in that bed?
Is that the culted thing? What's happening there, Sean?
No, we're all fully clothed, first of all. And second of all, it was in a beautiful tour of his amazing house in Florida amongst the lions. And yes, it was all normal and not weird, even though it sounds creepy, weird, and disgusting. It was none of those things. So I'm ready to roll today. So Gina, we love you. Your heart is here. You're extraordinary. Peace out and go get it.
Peace out. Bye, everyone. Enjoy. Thank you. Thanks.
So Bella, who's going first since we're talking about like tables and beds and Tony and like what happens from here?
Ooh, I'm feeling Edward's like, spiciness today. So let's go, Edward. Let's see what you got.
Let's go.
Hey, man. So who would you like Bella Verita to be? She could be an ideal client, potential strategic alliance partner. Heck, she could be like Oprah, Tony Robbins, Melissa Etheridge, anybody you want her to be that you're seeking a yes from. You have 6 minutes. It's going to be cut in half at 3 minutes. And the yes doesn't have to look anything at all like Boiler Room meets Wolf of Wall Street. No. We're talking about heart-centered, integrous yes, because everything happens after yes.
Okay.
Who would you like? Amazing woman.
A disgruntled client.
I like playing pissed off people. This is going to be fun.
So a disgruntled client who is upset that she's paying too much and not feeling that she's getting enough service for her payment.
Okay, is that a disgruntled client of yours or disgruntled person coming from another attorney?
Coming from another attorney.
All right, yes. So Bella, you are fired up. Let's go.
Hello, Edward.
Good afternoon. How you doing, Bella?
I'm a little frustrated, honestly. It's been an incredible day.
Tell me what's going on.
Well, I just came from my other attorney's office. We've been working with them for a couple months. And you know what? Quite frankly, they're not doing shit. And I don't get any of my phone calls returned. Emails take hours to respond to. And quite frankly, I feel like they're just, robbing me of my money. And I'm tired of it. And so I thought I would come over here and see.
Well, I'm so sorry that that's been your experience with that other person. So can you tell me a little bit about what's going on? Why haven't they been dealing with any of your issues, or what type of issue is going on as far as that you need help with from me?
Yeah. So I came into them, because I was seeking, some legal advice.
Okay.
In this particular area.
All right.
And they came highly recommended. And so I thought I would give them a try, but they were recommended by my ex. So maybe I shouldn't have listened to him because he's an ex for a reason. And I feel like they have just been like kind of screwing me around. And I don't feel heard. I don't feel understood. I don't feel like they're very urgent about the matter. And it's, when I engage, and I think their fees are just ridiculous. And when I engage in a contract, like I expect my phone calls to be returned back in the same day. I expect emails, weekends are weekends. I expect emails to be returned. And, quite frankly, I just feel like, maybe they're
just stringing you along.
Yeah,
you feel like you're being
because my ex and my friend, but they don't really care.
Well, this is what I can do. I can guarantee you that if you give us a phone call, we can return your phone call within 24 hours. We do have people that are here that can help you in response to any emails or questions that you may have. I don't know how long you've been with this other person. Maybe that's something that we can discuss a little bit later, but what are you looking for besides just the communication aspect? Has any work or anything been done on your case to help move it along?
I have no idea, to be quite honest. I think, I saw an email that, went out. But other than that, I think maybe they had a conversation with someone on my behalf. But as far as those two things, but, Edward,
the po-po are at the door. The po-po are at the door. Can you please break this conversation off?
Edward, give me just a few moments. There's some craziness happening, and I'll call you back in just a moment.
Okay.
Hey, Edward, excellent job, man. How'd that go for you?
It's good. If I had a little bit more time, I would get to a little bit more of the root of the issue.
You got your second 3 minutes, though. That's only the beginning.
Okay.
So
excellent. And then Edward, just because I may have missed it, what kind of law do you practice?
I do criminal law.
Oh, so I need a criminal attorney. Okay, this is going to get even more fun. All right.
Yes. The po-po are at the door. Let's go. So Zach, who would you like Bella to be?
You're on mute, Zach.
Sorry about that. So Bella, I would like you to be interviewing for a position for a new associate with your law firm.
So I'm interviewing with your law firm?
No, sorry. You're interviewing to place a new associate with your own law firm. So you're looking to hire an attorney.
I'm looking to hire an attorney. Okay, got it.
Yeah, so the yes then that Zach would be seeking is a yes from you to get hired. Right, Zach?
That's right.
Yeah, awesome. All right, take us in.
Hello, Zach.
Hi, Ms. Frida. Thank you for talking to me today.
Yeah, thank you for calling. I appreciate it.
Sure. So I just want to let you know, I wanted to take a few minutes to kind of let you know what I'm looking for and what I can bring to the table before, and then, give you a chance to also ask me some questions and to ask you some questions about the position as well. First off, I'm a recent law graduate. I graduated from Syracuse University College of Law. I graduated a semester early. I graduated cum laude, and I immediately began a clerkship with a
You're not dumb. That's what you're telling me.
I hope not. No, I would say I worked pretty hard in law school. And so when I, like I said, when I graduated, I, started a federal bankruptcy clerkship, with the, as you're aware, with the, in the Southern District of Iowa. And during that time, I was studying for the bar. I was working full time. I passed the bar exam, and so then I've since ended that clerkship a few weeks ago, and now I'm looking to transition to private practice. During my clerkship, I really, managed to learn not only about the bankruptcy code itself, but a variety of other legal issues that arise during bankruptcy, and that has allowed me to be very flexible and to be very adaptive to all sorts of different kind of legal issues. So So with that, I want to ask you, what you were looking for in a candidate.
Yeah, thank you for asking, and just congratulations on your success in law school. Congratulations on graduating cum laude, and for your internship. It definitely says a lot about your character and knowledge for sure. And so my biggest question is, one is coming into a new law firm is, what is your vision? Where do you see yourself in, say, 5 years?
Well, in 5 years, I see myself as sort of, in all things, I see myself as sort of a jack of all trades. And I've always tried to kind of keep myself as flexible and just as generalist as possible. So as in 5 years,
coachable. Would you do you prefer Zach or Zachariah?
Zach is fine.
Okay. Do you consider yourself?
Yeah, I would absolutely, yes. Adaptive, coachable, receptive to any kind of coaching, if you might.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I gotta take a quick pause because there's probably some crazy person that's gonna bust in here in just a moment. But if you give me just 1 minute, and I'll call you right back.
Sure, no problem. Thank you.
Hey, Belle, the guy's here. Yeah, thank you. The guy's here with your drugs. So I know that's how you keep the firm going. So
yes. Zachary, how do you feel about strippers and blow after 9 o'clock?
This is an open line?
Yeah. Open your lens, John.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize everybody's still here. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Zach, how was that for you?
I felt okay about it. A bit awkward at times. But I felt like I was maybe talking too much and kind of dominating the conversation, which is not what I intended.
Well, we'll lean in and have a little bit of fun with some access points and some accelerations, but you did a beautiful job. Belle, if you had one sentence each for these 5 people, Edward and Zach, what would you share?
Trust with Edward. There was an instant trust that I did feel with him. And Zachariah, I would say curious.
Nice. Excellent job. So having fun, getting to the judges, and of course we are silly and have fun. I've actually never done a drug in my entire life, not even smoked marijuana, believe it or not. I do eat a lot of sugar, which I guess is a drug. Okay, so back to Dan. Dan, we got 30 seconds of feedback for these amazing, fine gentlemen. 15 seconds on what worked, 15 seconds on what could be optimized, please, with a score on a scale of 1 to 10. At the conclusion of those 30 seconds, Belle Verita is the time integrity goddess. Are you ready, man?
Got it. And your score is, and that is your invitation to quickly wrap up your feedback and give a score.
Got it. Okay. So Edward, I agree. Very calming, soothing. He took the concerns and he tried to eliminate them. I think the only other thing that I would do is once you heard what the concern was, and then try and find out a little bit more about what the case was, so you could put her a little bit more at ease. I would say an 8 out of 10.
No, excellent feedback, my friend. And how about for Zach?
Zachary, I guess the only thing I would say is from an interviewee's perspective, since I've interviewed a lot of people, it's always nice to let the interviewer ask the first question and then go into what you want to talk about. I think it was really good that you wanted to tell her right up front what you could bring and what you were looking for, because that's important, because a lot of people don't do that. I would just let the interviewer ask the first question or two before you went into something like that.
Nice.
And your score for him is?
I would say 7 out of 10.
Nice. Thank you for that great feedback. By the way, Zachary, my apologies. I was calling you Zach, I believe, without any permission. Do you prefer Zachary? How would you like to be referred to today?
Hi, Sean. No problem. Yeah, Zach is fine.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that, Zach. Love it. Paul, what do you have for, let's go, Edward.
Right. Well, let's start with Edward. Edward, I loved how you initially started to identify what the pain point was. I thought that was very good. You gave her agreement with how bad her other experience was. I'm not a big fan of agreeing with that. I think it's really important to dig in, find out what the pain point is, and listen, and then that's when you can open up what you're looking for. But I think overall it was really great. You definitely have that trust.
And your
you can
score
feel that
is?
trust. My score is I'm going to give him an 8.2.
Nice. Excellent feedback, my friend. And what do you have for Mr. Zach?
Zach, definitely a little nervous coming in. You could certainly tell that phone call was going to lead to nerves. I think what you should do, or what my advice would be to identify what her needs are, or draw her out a little bit in the conversation to kind of see what her needs are, and then she'll give you the answer on how to fill in what you deliver. You can weave what you do well into what her needs are. So there you go. I like how you created. He did create some relatedness as well up front, which I really appreciate.
And
I'm gonna give him a 7.5.
Well, thank you for that, Waldry. What do we have for Edward?
Hello, for Edward. I like the fact that he was a good listener to Belle and was able to identify what it is that she was looking for. I think that he mentioned her concerns, so he repeated back to her what it is that she's saying was the issue, and I think that's something good. That's what I think built the trust, because she felt that he was listening to her concerns and was going to be able to provide a good service based upon those concerns. And my only feedback would be not to guarantee anything. I feel like in life, nothing can be guaranteed. So I would just say I will work my best to, kind of like not have that happen. And my score to Ed would be an 8. Good job, brother.
Appreciate you, Waldry. Beautiful. How about for Zach?
For Zach, I would say I like the fact that he started a conversation with kind of like laying the ground set, letting Bella know what the conversation is going to be like, that he was going to tell her about who he is and what he does, and he's going to allow for questions for her to ask him questions, and he was going to be asking her questions. So I like that the beginning of the conversation was like that. I agree with Paul's feedback to kind of let Bella be the first one to ask questions first, and then he would ask questions. And we could definitely tell he was a little bit nervous, but I feel like with practice, that would be great. I will give Zach a 7.
Nice. Excellent feedback, everyone. Guys, great job. Let's hear from Bella Verita, by the way. Beautiful job, round 1. Bella's role player. Excellent work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. So you ready for round 2, Bella?
I am ready for round 2. I'm ready for like the hardcore interview. Like, you got to show me what you got now. Like, there's no Miss Nice Gal. Like, you got to bring it.
All right, Zach, you ready to bring it?
Absolutely.
Let's go. Bella's back.
Hello, Zachary. I am back.
Thank you for that. So I think I was asking what you were looking for in a candidate.
Yeah. So we're definitely looking for, someone who is coachable, who, thinks out of the box, who, is ready to be a part of a team. We don't do, the stuffy lawyer, vibe around here. You got to be, willing to jump in oceans at midnight, swim with sharks, like these kinds of things. What say you about these dynamics?
Absolutely, yeah. So I'd like to answer that with a personal anecdote. I actually, sort of my second year of law school, I decided to take a plunge, so to say, and I moved out to the Middle East. I lived in Saudi Arabia for about 3 months, and I worked at a law firm there doing corporate compliance and trade law. And it was my first time really, in that sort of environment. It was so different than anything that I'd studied, anything that I'd experienced, and that forced me to be so receptive to and so not only become, as I said before, more adaptive to change, but I was forced to be more receptive than I otherwise would have been to my superiors, to partners at the law firm, to my supervisors, because I truly was in deep water or sort of in a completely different new environment. And that's sort of the kind of attitude that I try to bring to to all new experiences.
That is phenomenal. So, how do you handle like challenge and chaos? So like new ideas being thrown at you, like timing being off, like saying, your partner says he's going to be there at 2 and maybe he doesn't show up till 3:30. How do you respond to these kind of dynamics?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I definitely have a lot of experience with that. As you are aware, our industry is not, a monotonous field, right? And there's, as much as we might like to have routine, it often doesn't work out that way. This past year, I worked as a clerk in a federal court. And during that time, emergency motions would be filed, sometimes last minute on Friday. There would be, things would arise, either, being filed with the court or otherwise, that were just completely unexpected, completely out of the ordinary. And you just have to do it. And that's kind of what I did. Whether it meant, having to stay up unexpectedly all night for a 24-hour period to get something done, it just had to be done, and it always was.
Gotcha. Well, I got to run right now, Zachary, but maybe we can set something up for a longer time.
Certainly. Thank you.
Excellent job, my friend. How'd that feel for you?
Felt better.
Nice.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
Felt like
What'd you feel best about?
Answering your questions, kind of relating them to past experiences and past anecdotes, and kind of showing how it would impact my future experiences with her.
Nice. Excellent work. Edward, are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. The police are circling the building.
Hello, Edward, I'm back.
Hi, is everything all right with the police?
Yeah, it's just, has to do, with this case and why I'm here.
Okay, can you give me a little bit more information about this case and what's going
on? Yes, I definitely can. So, which probably, I probably should not have
It's okay. Take your time. Take your time.
Ask my ex for an advice, but yeah. So I got into a situation with my former partner and my past husband, and it turns out that he had some illegal activities going on in a home that he had my name on that I knew nothing about. And so I am needing to get myself out of this situation.
Now, when you say illegal activities, are we talking about drugs? Are we talking about trafficking? Like what are we talking about? Drugs. Okay. All right. So if I can I ask you, how long has the case been going on for? I know you said you had another attorney.
Yeah, I would say it's been going on for about 6 months.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think that the house was probably busted like 6 months ago.
Now, I don't want to guarantee you any results or anything, but besides communication, what was the other issue that you had with your attorney, or it was just specifically communication?
Well, for me, I think this is a very simple case. My ex-husband had put my name, on all of the utilities, but they have surveillance. I've never been at the house. I never even signed up to get the utility. So if all of the surveillance that they have that brought the case on, and I'm not anywhere in it, this to me it shouldn't have gone on for 6 months. To me, it's cut and dry. Let her out. She obviously she wasn't a part of this. And so how can we just get me out? The fact that it's gone on for 6 months is just crazy because they have no evidence that I was involved at all. And my ex-husband is even willing to say that, I had no involvement. So I think they're just trying to scam me out of money when it feels like it should be.
Well, I wouldn't want to give you too much advice without looking at the evidence of the case. But what I can tell you is that if you wanted to go with our office, we would, do our best and to see what exactly is going on, look at the discovery and actually talk to witnesses to see. Usually if this case has been going on for 6 months, it's more to the story than probably you may know right now. I don't know what type of motion has been filed or exactly what's going on, but I know that it's something else that we're probably not privy to at this moment. So I would love to discuss this information further with you. I'm going to give you my phone number, and maybe we can discuss this at a later time.
Okay, Edward, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Come on, Sean Callaghan.
Come on, Bella Verita. Edward, excellent job, my friend. How did that feel for you?
It's great. I think I could sit and talk to Bella for a while. So it was just great. It was natural for me.
Even if the police are surrounding her and like invading and the Colombians are going out the back door, the Irish mafia is coming in through the side door, even then?
She seemed like she was used to it. So if she's used to it, she's good. I'm good.
Awesome. So Edward, you want to have some fun right now?
I'm ready.
Okay. I will be anybody you want me to be in the world. I'm on the spot now. I got to make it happen. I got to go from hello to yes. So tell me who I am. Tell me who the other person is and the yes that I'm seeking in the world. Would you want to set that scenario up for us?
Wow. You're Joe Biden.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
And who's the other person? Is it Bella?
Whoever you want it. Whoever. Who in the world do you want me to be talking to? I'm Joe Biden.
You're Joe Biden, and we are Congress, and the people want their stimulus checks.
Got it. Okay. How about this though? Because we're gonna do, instead of me doing a public speaking engagement,
okay,
I can certainly and happily do. How about if it's one key congressperson that I've got to shift, and maybe it's a Republican that's disagreeing. Like, how about that? You can make it any, specific person. Heck, you could make it Donald Trump and see if he could influence that one last holdout. Whatever you want to do, just make it how about we make it a specific person so we can do an effective role play.
Yeah. So you're speaking to Donald Trump, and you're having to convince the importance of a stimulus check for America.
Okay. So would you want to be Donald Trump?
I'll be Donald Trump. Let's have some fun.
All right, let's drop in. Okay.
Oh, this is going to be good.
All right. So, President Trump, President Biden here. And thank you for taking the call, sir.
Definitely.
And first, let me apologize to you for being disrespectful and having referred to you as Trump consistently. It was heated. I won't speak for you. I'll speak for myself. I'm ashamed at some of the level which things got to. I certainly do not agree to confront it with some versions of your communication, but it was, regardless, it was disrespectful and not the way I want to approach things to have ever not referred to you as President Trump, as the American people elected you president. So at the outset, let me apologize.
Well, I apology, even though you stole the election. Yeah. But
and I accept your perspective. Obviously, we vehemently disagree. But your team, because it's your right to not talk to me, as we know, only gave us 3 minutes to see if it's worth having a longer conversation, which I have time tomorrow. If we would set aside a half an hour, I think that's the yes conversation we're seeking. And I get, President Trump, that you and I have vehement disagreements about the election. What we do not have vehement disagreements about, though, I think, is about the American people. And just to clarify, what is it, sir, that you want for the American people, who I've heard you say how much you love and care about time and time again, and I believe you. But what do you want at this juncture for the American people?
Wow, that's good. That's really good. I don't have anything to that. That is very good. That is very good, Sean. That is very good. So I don't have anything to that.
Well, sir, like what though, President Trump, what do you want for the American people?
What do you want from American people? We want, jobs to remain in America. We want America to be great again. We want to make sure that we're taking care of the lower class. We want to make sure that we're doing that, and we're not allowing the liberals to, take away our guns.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do.
And President Trump, I'm going to make a request because we're at the end of our time already. And I don't think it's appropriate that language is shifted to mean things that it doesn't mean. And there have been actions on the left that have disrupted the phrase "Make America Great Again." And it was a beautiful phrase. It was a beautiful concept. I may not agree with all of your thoughts and meanings around it when it was first created, but I do agree with you that there's amazing challenges in Congress. And I am a lifelong politician, and I'm happy to say that there's challenges with that. I think there's benefits, but there's clear detriments in anybody having lifelong jobs, even though we're reelected over and over. And there's interesting questions about the efficacy of that dynamic of no term limits in Congress. And I was a beneficiary of that in many ways. So here's what I'm proposing, sir. If you will grant a 60-minute meeting to me, and even if we did it publicly, to heal this nation, to talk about the stimulus and helping people through COVID, I will share that I think we do need at this juncture to take this great country and make it even greater. And I'm willing to say publicly that let's unite under the concept of Make America Great Again, and happy to honor your legacy as source for that. And we recreate a future of unity, beginning with simply one yes, an agreement to communicate for 60 minutes publicly, in which we'll be seeking to talk about the things we agree upon and not focus on what I believe President Trump, or very few things we actually disagree on. How would you feel about that?
I'll be willing to do that if I get my Twitter back.
I will, sir, call Twitter I will call Twitter personally. I can't force that, as you know, but I will endorse the fact that you, President Trump, should have your Twitter back and have your First Amendment rights.
Deal.
Awesome. All right. Out of roll. Edward, how'd I do?
That was amazing. That was amazing. That was you. You not only, now I've learned that sometimes you have to play to a person's ego. It's not nothing like you're placating them or something, but you want to honor for who they are. And then you'll get a better reception to whatever they're going to, say, even if they disagree with you or not.
Well, thank you for that. Bella, how'd that feel for you?
Absolutely extraordinary. The thing I kept feeling into as you were going is even how in the most difficult of circumstances, egocentric, and I've seen you do this, this is a role play, but I've actually seen you live and in person do something like this with the most ego significant driven people on the planet, and how you disarm that ego with with some tools and stuff from the formula, and it's absolutely astonishing.
Oh, thank you. Beautiful. Thank you. And I believe every word I just said.
Right.
And apolitically, I believe every word I just said, that we agree on the left and the right, and I'm neither, but we agree on the left and the right on way more things. We agree on 99% of things. We agree that people should be able to breathe. People should be able to eat. People should be able to have a home. People should be able to love each other. People should be able to speak respectfully. We agree on all those things and 1,000 more. And then we disagree on the labeling of bathrooms. We disagree about immigration policy. And these are important issues, but they're microscopic in comparison to the basic civility of humanity that we all do agree upon. My 2 cents. So, Waldry, again, thank you for being here today, brother. How about some feedback for our fine, amazing guests and participants who courageously stepped into the breach today? Let's start in reverse order this time with Zach.
Awesome. First of all, Sean, that was awesome. Good job. But going to Zach, I think that you gave Bella a good answer when it came to your experience and how you would handle new challenges at the new employment. You did not answer her question when it came to working as a team. If you could maybe incorporate your past experience as you were before as to how you were working in a team and how you can work at a new team and be able to kind of make things a little better at her firm. I think that's always an employer is looking to see what kind of value do you add to our branch and how you can be better. My score on that one is 8.5. I definitely think he improved.
Excellent.
And then for
Edward?
Ed, yes. Sorry, I keep calling Ed, but Edward.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no good. So for Edward, I like that he expresses concern for Bella. In the beginning of the conversation, he was like, "Hey, is everything okay? I heard that the cops were there or whatever." So I'm sure Bella felt even more confiding in Edward, being that he did express that concern. And he was talking about how he's going to do homework and discover more information upon what Bella was telling him, because he was saying that he doesn't think that she has all the info, and he was going to get that for her. So I think that was great. And I think it was 10 out of 10. Edward did great.
10
and
on
he got
the
to 2,
board.
yes.
10 on the board.
Thank you.
You guys have had great energy today. What a wonderful group. We've had 3,000 plus people participate like yourselves in the Real Raw since COVID began. I don't make light of COVID. I almost lost both my parents. My dad was on just his last moments of life and miraculously came back. But there's been blessings and benefits, and this has been one of them for us. It's been extraordinary, and thank you guys for participating. Waldry, if somebody's like, I don't know, should I go on that Real Raw thing? What say you, my friend?
I would definitely advise them to do it. They can get a new experience and kind of get a new light as to what is another way to network and learn new things from home.
Cool. And how did you feel about your experience today?
I think it was very interesting. I think I'd need to spend more time role playing. Maybe I could pick somebody else's brain, like friends or family, that way I get more practice, right? Dealing with some of the challenges.
Maybe you can learn more about what we do here at Unblinded. And there's extraordinary things going on, but it's a story for a little bit later. But thank you for that, Waldry, because that's what we do. Influence is a superpower, and this is what we do. And that's how, with humility, but factually, because there's a difference between humility and false modesty. Humility is not thinking we're better or worse than somebody. But when Paul says, I coach Olympians, I coach people and they make the Olympics, that's not bragging, it's true. And if he doesn't share with people that he does that, then how would you know to work with him? And so I've had the unique privilege of breaking the sales records from stage from Tony Robbins. I was in his studio speaking for the 11th time this past week. I have 2 top 100 national jury verdicts, one of only 2 attorneys in America out of 1.2 million to do it between 2014 and 16, the only one that was blind. Built a 100-person law firm in 2 years, a 40-person law firm, and exited 6 months out of law school over the next 4 years. And all of that has nothing to do with how hard I work, how good I am or not. What it has to do with a formula and a mechanism. And that's what we stand for. We teach and share, and this is a little intro to who we are. So thank you, Walter, for being here today. Paul, what do you got, man, for these amazing, fine people? Let's start, please, again with Zach.
Unmuting there, Zach. Much improved over the first thing, creating relatedness. Don't be too general. You wanna be a little more specific. Get right in there. Keep your answers succinct and really identify what her questions are. Or repeat the questions would be a great way to handle that. But much improved, and definitely you have this likable characteristic to you that you probably could say less and you'd be hired anyways because you just automatically look great. So nice work.
And your score is?
Oh, much improved over the first half. You could tell the jitters were in there, and I'm going to give him a good strong 8.75 on round 2.
Nice. Excellent job. And how about for Ed?
I really loved, Edward, how you repeated things back to build her trust, and that you did show the concern, much like Waldry said, but you also got directly to the point, which was awesome. You just went, oh my, are you okay? Hey, let's get right to the point. And then, and along the way, you kept calming her, which was really great. So you kept her grounded along the way, so you could actually serve her, which I think is the biggest key to getting to the yes. I'm going to give you a 9.75.
Nice. Excellent job. And Paul, how was your day today on the Real Raw?
Sean, how fun is this? Thank you so much for just the opportunity and the willingness to gamble on somebody who you've never met in person, to just be here and be part of your program. I think what you're doing is is extraordinary. I love how you give back. I love how you impact people's lives and what a difference you're making in the world for others. That's really what it's all about, because ultimately all we have is contribution in the end, and how you deliver that is that's just tops. So thanks so much for the experience, and hopefully I'd love to come back sometime. It'd be great to do it again, for sure.
Love that, and thank you so much.
Yeah, you bet.
Dan, how about yourself? How was your day on the railroad today?
Oh, it was fantastic. Sean for president. I think that was great. I mean, it's when we see a lot of debates, whether they're political or just any kind of debate between people or businesses or whatever, it's really important what you showed as to how you have to look at where the other people might be coming from, what their perspective might be, and more importantly, diffusing a potentially toxic situation before it even happened. So I think that was absolutely fantastic the way that you did that, and I really learned a lot from that dialogue.
Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate you being here. And how about for these awesome participants today? What do you have, please, Dan, for Zach?
Sure, Zach. Still a little bit nervous, but definitely much better than before. I agree with, I think it was Paul that said, when you're answering an interviewer's questions, it's always helpful to repeat the question back as part of your answer. I think also the only other thing I would tell you is give specific examples. She wanted somebody that was coachable and a team player. So give examples of that. And more importantly, she told you what kind of culture she had at the firm, so you could give more examples of how you fit into the culture that she has at her firm and what she's looking for. But again, definitely much better. I give you an 8.5 out of 10 on that one.
Nice, thank you, Dan. How about for Zach?
Zach, fantastic. Stayed super calm, even though that I'm sorry, Edward. Yeah. Edward. Sorry. Stayed super calm, even though the cops were blaring away outside, and so that was good. You immediately took the feedback that we gave you from the first 3 minutes and implemented into the second 3 minutes, which was really great. And I think what you did that was really well is you put her expectations into perspective, because I think a lot of times when we have a client, they have unrealistic expectations, or like she said, open and shut case, I wasn't there, right? But we know that there's maybe a lot more behind the scenes things that we're not seeing or not being privy to. So I think you did a really nice job in kind of tempering her expectations as to the conclusion of the case. So I would say 9.5 out of 10.
Nice. Excellent job. I appreciate you being here so much today, Dan. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Edward, great job dealing with Bella and the police and all of the insanity, your fun role play. And Edward, what say you about your experience today on the Real Raw?
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Bella. Thank you, Gina. Thank you to all the judges. Thank you, even Zach. Thank you. I had an amazing time. I love just trying something new and getting out of your comfort zone. And Sean, really, just that whole interaction. I think the world would be a better place if there was more Seans in the world. And that's from the heart. So I'm just grateful and blessed just to be here. I am trying to follow everybody on social media right now while we were talking before we get off this phone. I don't want to just lose that connection and that network. So thank you for having me. It was a blessing, and I would love to just stay in contact with everybody.
And we're every day, we're on 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. I do 9 to 9:30 with Bella, an amazing group of incredible people in our Unblinded movement. And it is a movement. I mean, this is not just like talking, like it's a movement. There's hundreds of people that we're working with in our programs at this point, and we engage every day. Clubhouse is our external public facing. Then Bella takes over from 9:30 to 10. So every day, if you guys please would love to join us and bring people with you, not so you build up our audience, but so we merge ecosystems live. And we haven't even gotten into what all that means, because we are standing for the fact that we're the #1 marketing training group in the world on how to build a professional and service business, professional service or entrepreneurial service business. So thank you for that, Edward. And Zach, great job, man. Loved it. The courage, the vulnerability, all of it. How was your experience in the Real Raw today?
It was great. It was great. I really appreciated being here and hearing everyone's feedback. It's something that would impact me in a very real way, in a very, a way that I can implement So I really appreciate you guys all having me. I appreciate all the judges' feedback. I appreciate Bella being such a great role player, and Sean, thank you, and thank you, Edward, for your scenario. It certainly is very, very helpful. So I again, just to echo what Edward was saying, I appreciate what you're doing for everyone else, and between different platforms and here, and I mean it's great. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And the superpower of influence. I failed freshman high school geometry for the year. I ran for class president in 7th grade and got 2 votes. And in fact, I think my girlfriend lied to me and didn't even vote for me. So maybe one vote, just myself. It's acquirable. It's duplicatable. It's transferable. It's how I built a 125-person law firm and have that. And I'm scaling Unblinded and all the things we're doing. It's a duplicatable, transferable skill set. So thank you, Zach, for being here.
Thank you.
Bella Rita, fantastic job. You were in your heart, in your fun, in your crazy, all of it. What say you in final?
Well, speaking of all the fun and all the heart and all of those things, is there's 4 energies in the formula from going from hello to yes. Fun is one of them. Goddess is one of them. Aspirational, inspirational is one of them. And Zeus is one of them. And in those 4 energies is going from hello to yes. And Edward, you said, something that I wish there was more Seans in the world. And although I don't know that the world can handle more Seans, I think that they could definitely handle more heart-centered, integrity-based humans that are willing to go from hello to yes with integrity, with heart. And that's what we're stand for at Unblinded, is there is a formula. What Sean did is it's not something that just he knows. As a matter of fact, sometimes I think I'm better than him at it, but that's a different story for a different day, because it is a formula. And quite frankly, anybody that is here with us today can be as good or better at integrity-based human influence. And every Monday night, we offer just a free opportunity to come in and join us on Clubhouse to learn what that formula is, because I agree with you, Edward. We definitely need more heart-centered individuals in the world that are willing to take a stand for people and take a stand in the most integrous, heart-centered way. In fact, Tony Robbins said himself that there is no one that leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callaghan. And if you're not paying attention, you want to pay attention. And so every Monday night on Clubhouse, he goes through what is the formula? What are the 4 energies? What are the 12 indispensable elements? And what is the formula from going from hello to yes? So everyone here can be just as good, if not better. Because that's really, truly what Sean stands for. He doesn't do this so everybody can come see him on the screen. He does this so, Edward, you leave here better at hello to yes. Zach, you leave here better. Dan, Waldry, Paul, everyone leaves here better from going from hello to yes. So I invite everybody to come back and join us on Monday nights. Also join us on Clubhouse. And if you're I don't know, I didn't really enjoy myself. Sean and Bella, they were kind of boring, snooze city. There's no way I'm going to another thing, because I'll probably end up just sleeping through it also. So forget it. And if that is the case, we wish you well. We might even send you a box of Twizzlers or cookies or something, just so that you feel better. But we will definitely miss you. And then in the chat also, our team has dropped a phone number. You can also speak with one of our strategists as well. But I definitely hope to see you all back on Monday, because my cookie budget is getting, the Cookie Monster keeps eating all my cookies. Back to you, Sean.
Thank you. Final. Somebody from the team will reach out to see how your experience was. They will offer you calmly and nicely an opportunity to have a further conversation. I've never said this before. I'm not failing to say it anymore. There's a distinction between being pushy and selling something versus speaking the truth. Not taking that phone call is an objective mistake. If you want to make more money or you want more free time and scale or you want more magic. And I'm leaning in on that. And I say on this day, where it's the final day of raising money for the American Foundation for the Blind, which I'm on the board of trustees of, and so many beautiful, heart-centered, incredible people spent a bunch of time raising $100,000. And with the superpower of compounding relationship capital, in between calls today, we're going to raise between another $100,000 and $300,000 just making a few phone calls. And that's the power of influence, the superpower of having people that could lift a finger and make enormous investments of money, time, and their energy to make a difference. And that's what we're talking about. That's what's at stake. So love you guys. Have a beautiful rest of the day, because Bella Rita, I know that we're all blind.
And just learning to see.
Yeah, thank you. Happy Trajectory Tuesday. See you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.